Hey. Welcome to the podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. My name's Tami Gomez. I'm a celebrity life coach and manifesting mentor. And I appreciate you guys being here. Wherever you're listening from, I just want you to know I appreciate your support. Whether you're taking a walk, driving in your car, cooking dinner for the family, listening to this. This podcast would not be in 35 countries if it were not for you, the listeners. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening. Now go out and be the ripple effect, by the way. Take what you're learning, implement it, and go be the ripple effect. Help others do the same. All right. So I'm going to share just some random thoughts today. I don't know how long the podcast is going to go for. I'm just going to allow source to come through with downloads. That's what I do. And just share the information that I'm receiving. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is about belief. And the reason why I want to talk about this subject is as human beings, we have a tendency to overcomplicate things. We can't just let things be easy. We have to analyze, overthink, compare, say what if, go back to the past, trying to predict the future, all those things. And we are a complicated species as human beings. We're very intelligent. Our minds are like supercomputers. And that gets us in a lot of trouble sometimes. And so what I want to do is talk about simplicity. So many of you have told me what your hopes and dreams are for your life, whether that be financial freedom or healing from health issues or relationship problems, not just romantic relationships, but just relationships in general. And there's a part of us somewhere that just makes it difficult. We tell ourselves stories and try to analyze situations and try to make ourselves right all the time. And that needing to be right, you may not even realize this, but you have a really large need to be right the majority of the time. And that comes from your human brain that is trying to protect you from disappointment, and rejection and failure. That's life-threatening to the brain, by the way, those three things. And so the human brain as a supercomputer begins to analyze all the information, external and internal, and tries to paint a picture of what may happen in the future because it wants to know for sure that everything is going to be okay. And as it analyzes things, it starts to complicate the actual situation. It starts to blur the lines, so to speak, and we get very confused and we don't know what to do next. And we most of the time feel stuck where we are and not being able to move forward. And it's because we are overcomplicating things. So I want to give you guys a couple of examples of how belief is the most powerful tool in your toolbox. Getting to the belief is the real issue. Believing isn't, but getting to the belief is the issue, right? That we have such a hard time with. So let me give you an example. If you had come to me, if I was declaring myself as a healer and you came to me with a physical illness and I said, I can heal you by simply drawing a picture of a human body. And I'm not talking about listen, everything's about being simple, right? Simplicity. Literally just a round circle for a head, an oblong circle for the body, and then just kind of drawing, an arms and the legs, and that's it, right? Nothing else. Just an outline of a cartoonish type of body. And I asked you, okay, where's your illness? And you would tell me the illness is I've got migraine headaches and I can't get rid of the migraine headaches. And I asked you, or I drew this cartoonish body, and at the head area, which is where the headaches are at, I drew squiggly lines on the head. And then I took one, as I'm drawing, I took my pen and I drew this line that went from the head and went out like an exit point. And I had you look at the drawing that I just made and with your eyes trace the perimeter of the body. So we're going to, with our eyes, trace around the head, the shoulder, the arms, down around the torso, through the legs, around in a clockwise position, going clockwise. And I had you do this for 30 seconds. And at the end of the 30 seconds of you drawing with your eyes the perimeter of the body, I asked you, how's your headache? 99.9% of the time, you would say the migraine is gone, or it has gotten significantly better. Why is that? How can a simple drawing, not detailed, cartoonish, heal someone? And the answer is because, number one, you believed that I could heal you. Number two, you believed that the photo or the picture that I drew, with it exiting the head with the line, could heal you. Because you believed. And so it is. I've shared this story many times of they did a study, field study, where they took participants who needed a knee replacement surgery, and they split the participants up in two groups. And the first group went in and actually had a physical knee replacement. The second group did not, although they thought they did. The doctors went through the same process of, writing an X on the knee that needed to be replaced, right, with a marker. That's usually what the doctors do. The surgeons before surgery is they make sure that they mark the correct knee so they know which one to operate on. And they went through the surgical procedure. The doctor opened up the knee, did the surgery, but did not replace the knee, just opened them up, sewed them back up. And in the second group. And during the recovery period, they went in and they asked the participants in both groups, how does your knee feel? The group that had the knee replacement said, oh, it feels great, as you would expect. After their the recovery time frame, the second group of people who did not have the knee surgery, when they were asked how their knee was, they said it feels better than it ever has, completely no pain, is able to move, and so they had a 100% recovery and felt amazing. How can that be? When the knee was not replaced, how could their knee function normally again without knee replacement surgery? Because they believed they had the surgery done. They believed that they had the new knee. The person believed that their migraines were gone. The person believed that I could heal them and that this picture could heal them. This is how I've helped a lot of clients after years of trying to get pregnant, unable to do so. And within a 30 to 60 day period of time, after going through the process with me, they were able to get pregnant because they got rid of the belief that they couldn't. They all of a sudden believed that they could. Belief is the most powerful tool you have in your toolbox for manifesting the life that you desire. But we overcomplicate things. So if you want things like financial freedom, time freedom, great relationships, whatever it may be for you, if you want it, but you don't believe that it's possible, it's never going to happen. If you want it and you don't believe you're worthy of it or deserve it of it, or you think that you need to know how to make it happen, it's not going to happen. Belief is the magic wand to creating the life that you desire. You must believe. Belief is an unwavering way of being. Belief is so powerful. There are many times where you want to accomplish something or you want something to happen in your life, and you desperately want to believe that it's going to happen. And then unknowingly, your brain starts to go into protection mode because it doesn't want to be disappointed. The ego is so powerful. The ego always wants to be right, even if it doesn't serve you, by the way. So if I want something like financial freedom and I want it so badly, the brain's like, yeah, but if it doesn't happen, you're going to be disappointed. The brain will start saying things like, you don't know how, you're not good with money, you're not responsible enough, you don't know how to create wealth for yourself, you're not smart enough, you're too old, you're too young. Wealth and money is the root of all evil. Rich people are stingy and selfish. You don't want to be like that. You don't want people to look at you like you're greedy. You don't want to be judged by other people, thinking that you're flaunting it or bragging about it or showing it off. Just stay small. Play safe. That's a belief. The brain will lie to you and lie to you and lie to you. It lies to you so much you believe it. And so you never take action. You never move in alignment with what you want. And then you come to a place where you're sitting in frustration and hopelessness. And then that becomes a belief. And then you go down that road and it gets worse and worse and worse. And the worse it gets, the more you believe, the worse it gets. This is where tools in your toolbox that you have available to you, like meditation, writing your affirmations, journaling, all those things are the weapons that you must use to go to war with the lies. This is an all-out war on your own brain. And you have to use those tools to go into combat with all of those lies. You've got to be able to turn your beliefs around from the negative to the positive. You've got to use the negative voices in your head as a guidance system and call it out and say, that's bullshit, shut the hell up. That's not true. And you have to do it immediately, because if you let it linger, it will hang on like a disease and it will penetrate and permeate your body and your life. You've got to be hypersensitive, aware of how you feel and what you think all the time. Why can't humans just let shit be easy? Why can't we just allow it to be easy? Why can't we just say, I am rich, I am wealthy, I'm a money magnet, money flows in my life every single day, and just let it? Why can't we just let it? Why can't we say, I am healthy, I feel great, today's going to be a great day, and then let it? Simple things. Why can't we say in the morning when we get up, God, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to flow to work with no traffic and I'm going to hit every green light and I'm going to get front row parking and somebody's going to buy me breakfast or somebody's going to buy me lunch and somebody's going to compliment me and everybody's going to hold the door open for me and it's going to be nothing but smiles and how are you? And everybody's going to be in a great mood. Why can't we just let that be? Because the brain wants to protect you from being disappointed. What's the old saying? Hope for the best, but expect the worst. That pretty much sums up life. We are all living life hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. That is the resistance. Those two things, a positive and a negative, can never turn into a positive. You picking up what I'm throwing down right now? How can you hope for the best and expect the worst and have the best come into your life when you're always playing defense, always expecting the worst? Hoping and praying and wishing is not going to make this stuff happen. What makes it happen is believing and knowing that it is a done deal. Believing that today's going to be a great day, believing that money flows to you, believing that you're the money magnet, believing that you're already successful, believing that everything always works out for you. You've spent your whole life in defense mode, expecting the worst, expecting the worst, expecting the worst, preparing. You've spent your whole life that way. You've been conditioned to think that way. You've been conditioned to believe that way. From your parents to teachers to society to friends to coworkers to everyone. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. You don't want to be disappointed. Don't take a risk. Don't play too big. Stay small. Stay where it's safe. You've done this your whole life. But that part of your life is done. Today is the beginning of a new life where you get to reprogram from the negative to the positive. This is where the work begins. You have to infiltrate your brain with, I can do this. This is possible for me. Everything always works out for me. You have to be able to let go of the fear of disappointment and exchange it for the possibility of not just success, but complete fulfillment. You've got to be willing to trade it in to be able to live the life that you want to live. You've got to believe without analyzing it, without justifying it. Stop trying to justify your beliefs. I believe today is going to be a great day, and that's fucking enough. I believe that money flows to me with ease, and that's enough. Let it be easy. You don't need evidence first. The evidence comes from your belief. The belief goes first. The evidence follows. So this week, I want you to believe. I want you to know like you know, that life is easy. It is all happening with ease and flow. Everything you desire desires you back. Drop the justification. Drop the judgment. Drop the what ifs. And just allow yourself to believe that everything always works out for you. Always. In all ways. Just believe and let it go. Believe and let it go. Believe and let it go. Let it be easy. Just for this week. And watch the evidence flow into your life from it. Okay? So, that is your homework assignment for this week. Believe it. Don't justify it. Just believe and let it be easy. And then receive. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Have a great day.